So who do I got sitting next to me here?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
I'm Scott Ryan from Tiger Talk with Becca Moore and
Is
Scott
Becca
Ryan.
with us, or is she coming up? Oh,
I
no,
don't
she's not
know.
here?
No, we don't have Becca Moore.
we don't
We've got
see
the
her.
worst half of Tiger Talk. The best half couldn't make it. But
Well, now let me ask you a little bit. Now, originally Tiger Talk was founded by us.
Oh, really?
We had the name Tiger Talk several years ago. This was another coaching regime and everything, but we had a talk show with the Big E, and he's one of our regular hosts. And actually, they now have the press box show. So
Okay.
that's what they have now, but it used to be called Tiger Talk. So great minds think alike.
Well, I actually wanted Tiger Town Talk.
Oh,
That's what I
Yeah.
wanted.
Well, I
Becca
like that too,
shortened
yeah.
it to Tiger Talk.
sure, that's a good one too. I like
And
that.
I have learned you do what Becca Moore says.
Well, yeah, Becca's going to tell you what to do, and if not,
Right.
you better do what she says.
You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah, and you don't want to get a stiletto in your earlobe or something like.
She would never harm her shoes.
No.
Never.
She'd harm you and me,
Yeah,
but she would not harm her shoe.
And in
you are
fact,
correct.
our logo for Tiger Talk is a picture of our shoes.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's her.
Yeah.
I've got some orange Nikes, and she's
Okay.
got some orange stiletto pipe.
So talk to me a little bit about what Tiger Talk is and how to find it.
Sure, it's on YouTube at Tiger Talk with Becca Moore and Scott Ryan. And
you're Scott.
I'm Scott Ryan.
Yeah.
And every Friday morning we release the show.
Okay.
We have Nate Moore. You may have heard of him.
Yeah, I think
as,
so.
The head coach of the Massillon Tigers.
Gotcha.
And he brings 2 senior players with us.
Okay.
And we interview those players about the game last week and the upcoming game.
Gotcha.
But mostly we want to get to know the kids. We talk a lot about Massillon legacy.
Okay.
I always try to ask them something different, so it's not the same question every week. But
Yeah.
to get them to understand, there's been crazy fans like me that have been sitting in Section 14 since Jimmy Carter was president.
Wow, that's a while.
And how important this is to this community.
Sure, and when you do that, and I know that Becca she wears her heart on her sleeve, as you well know, and the things that she does in our community go way beyond just football, and she knows how to bring the kids out. She knows how to bring their hearts forward, and she does such wonderful things for the kids and the people in the community. So it's only rightful that you guys have your own show.
Yeah, I got this idea by watching At Home with Coach Moore. She used to do it on Instagram.
Yes.
And the coach just seemed miserable, and he didn't seem like he wanted to do it, but I wanted to.
Sure.
I was lucky enough to publish Massillon Tigers 15 for 15 by David Lee Morgan Jr. in 2019.
And we're going to talk about that in a second here, too.
And so I sort of, I got to know Becca because she helped us a lot with the book, and Nate is interviewed in the book.
Gotcha.
And so I felt confident enough. I sent her a text like 3 weeks before the season, and I pitched this idea. I said, let's not put Nate through this. Why don't you and I do this show?
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
she said, let's do it. It sounds like fun. And when Nate heard the concept, he came to the first show, and he's not left. He has never left.
So if
He's
he
been there
hasn't
every week.
walked away from you, that's a good thing.
Right.
You're doing the job.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd have him every week, but I think he's starting to enjoy it, and he even answers 1 or 2 questions we ask him.
Well, that's a good thing. Now, and I know he doesn't seem to be the most outgoing guy when it comes to a microphone. It's like, yes, no, maybe, I don't know.
Well, and I gotta say, I love playing. That is my favorite thing to do when I'm live and interviewing people.
Sure.
And so like this week on the show, I asked him how upset he is that he will never be the second winningest coach in Massillon history, because he's the 3rd winningest now.
Right.
When he wins 79, he's going to be tied for
But
second.
round 1 of the playoffs,
Then he's going to be tied for first.
and then
he's
round
gonna
2
be
of the
first.
playoffs, he'll be first.
He'll be first, but he'll never be second.
No.
And it was fun to ask him that question and have him look at me and say, we just want to beat Delaware.
Yeah.
He doesn't like my nonsense, but
Yeah.
I got plenty of
Yeah,
nonsense to give.
it's one, and of course, I think we'll probably end up getting the first 2 rounds of the playoffs here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. So those wins, Lord will, 1 win at a time,
Right.
Will get him to that point. So we'll have to just wait and see how that plays out. Now, let me ask you about your book. Now, this was David Lee. Of course, we've seen David Lee many times on social media. Just a great guy. I know him personally. Of course, I still work at WHBC, and we've had him do some stuff. So I wanted to check with you. What is the book and what is it all about?
Yeah, so in the 2019 season, I was just watching us win and win and win. And I wanted to have a book about it. But as I said, I've been going to the Tigers since I was a little kid, sitting in Section 14. I'm a writer myself, but I knew I could not write this book. I'm too passionate. I'm too biased.
Okay.
But I wanted to do one. So I was listening to him be interviewed on a radio show, and he said he wanted to write a book about the Tigers. I called the high school, had them connect me to his room.
Gotcha.
And offered him a book contract right there for the Massillon Tigers, 15 for 15. And he said yes. And
so that's the name of the book.
Yes, remember we were doing push-ups. We used to do 15 push-ups.
Yes.
For 15 wins.
Yes.
And I just thought 15 for 15 is a perfect
title.
That.
Yeah.
The front cover has the kids doing the push-ups in the middle of the field. You got Paul Brown Stadium. And it takes you through that magical season of 2019 and takes you all the way to the state championship. It gives you a look at how every coach is interviewed. Becca Moore writes a chapter on what it's like to be her during Massillon McKinley Week. You will not believe her schedule. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I know. It's nuts. I mean, both of the coach and Becca. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. Now, the book, how do they get the book if they are interested? What do they
So if you go to ScottRyanProductions.com.
That's Scott, SCOTTRYAN.
Productions.com. If you buy it there, David Lee Morgan will sign it for you.
Huh.
So it is available at Amazon or everywhere books are sold all around the globe.
Okay.
But if you go to ScottRyanProductions.com, David Lee Morgan signs them. And, who doesn't want a David Lee Morgan autograph?
I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want David Lee? I mean, and you watch him all the time, and it's so fun to watch how he interacts with people as well.
Yeah, he's a great guy. We're brothers now. I mean, we went through this book together, and I love him so much. The book also has beautiful pictures throughout, just action-packed pictures. It's a beautiful book on great paper. And I don't know, I was just really excited to get to do this for the town of Massillon.
Well, let's do this. We'd like to also have you join us on one of our medias. Of course, we have In the Press Box. We also have Massillon Magazine TV that we host and produce. And then we also have Massillon Live. So we're hoping to get you to join us sometime here in the next week or so before you head back to that beautiful state of Florida.
Yeah. If I have a house, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
My mom keeps looking at me in Massillon. Is he leaving? How long is he staying?
Right.
And we don't know. We're hoping our house is fine. This is the first Massillon season I've been missing, but we kept our tickets. We're never getting rid of our Section 14
hang on to those babies.
Oh, we're never getting rid of them. You don't have to worry about that.
Well, Scott, I appreciate it, my friend. Give me some rock.
Thank you.
And go Tigers.
You better believe it. We turned this game around, and congratulations on your 200th show, right?
Yeah, don't I look 200? I think I look pretty good for 200.
I thought you were 150, but that's fine.
And my partner's 200 also, so there you go.
Well, congratulations, and thanks so much for everything. And everyone subscribe to Tiger Talk on YouTube.
And that's all you have to do is just go to YouTube?
Yep, just go to YouTube. They're there. They come out every Friday.
That'll work.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, sir.
TIG.
ERS.